How do I say goodbye to what we had? Sing the song. All I know is where we although we dared to see tomorrow, but it's so hard to say goodbye to 2021. I'm lying. Deuces. Ugh. Die! Just die. So how was your year? Hey y'all, it's your girl Shannon Ray. I missed you. Welcome back, boo. And to those of you who are new, I welcome you with open arms. We are excited to have you. Yes, you. Yes, I am. This channel is a channel that is dedicated to sharing what I learned along the journey, experiences, choices made, mistakes made. It's a story of triumph, okay? It's a story of love. And if you like what you see and what you hear, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Go on and leave a little comment if you feel away. I do read my comments. You can also hit me up on a DM, follow me on any of my channels, but I look forward to growing together with each and every one of you. It's gonna be great. No, not grand. I'm excited. Yeah. You should be too. You know, I'm sure I speak for us all when I say that the 20s have been a doozy. Yeah, a real humdinger. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it has been kicking my attitude all up into gear. It's been a little rough, you know, if I'm being quite honest with you. And I want to be more open about that because sometimes I think we think if we admit that something hasn't been great or we don't sound as positive as we feel that we should be about something, that it sometimes that it somehow mitigates our gratefulness. I don't think that that's true. I think if we're being honest about our journeys, sometimes there are moments that feel like valleys and there are moments that feel like peaks. 2020 and 2021 have been a little bit of both. I dove into 2021 just expecting stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't expect to get exactly what I asked for. Let me explain. So I jumped into 2021, all you know, like 2021, we made it. 2021, we here. 2021, now claiming 2021, blessings. And it's not that there weren't moments of that, they just were few and far between. So today, what I would like to talk about are the top 10 things that I learned in 2021. It's amazing to me when the Bible talks about exceedingly and abundantly over all that you ask for, how specific you need to be. 2020 showed me all that I needed to see about the relationships around me, but 2021, baby. Coming in hot on the top of my list is I'm tired of lying. Lies. Mostly to myself, which is the worst part. But I also have been lying to friends and family for a good part of 2021 when I was telling them that I was okay or that things were going great. I think that as a society, especially as women, we get into this zone where we're supposed to be able to handle everything, manage everything, that in order to be a Christian as well, that we have to always walk around with this place of, with this attitude of positivity and this posture of gratitude. And I do believe that gratitude is powerful. I do believe that positivity begets more positivity, but there are moments, there are times, there are scenarios and situations and life changes that you just can't fake the funk through. And if you don't give yourself the opportunity to really feel your feelings, to really sit in whatever it is that you're feeling, to really process things, then you can't truly heal or move forward from them. So I decided that from this point forward, I'm done. I am tired of lying. For most of my life, I've been the funny one. I've been the one full of positivity, and those things are true to who I am. but I also get to be angry sometimes. I'll also get to be frustrated from time to time. I'll also get to be disappointed. I get to feel depressed for a little bit of time. And as long as I don't stay there, that's the point. So there's no need for me to continue to lie to myself. Number two, I used to beat myself up about this. I even had a friend check me on this the other day. Get good friends who will check you when you're going too far off track. But one of the things that I've always kind of beat myself up about is having a soft heart, feeling things too deeply, staying in those moments too long, because I genuinely care about people and genuinely want good things for other people, even if those people have done something wrong to me. If I loved you, I still love you. I still want good things for you. But what I kept finding was that no matter how kind I would be to someone else, it doesn't change how they treat me. Being kind is not a weakness. Being kind is a strength. And it's hard to be soft when you're in a world that encourages you to be hard. It encourages you to be tough. It encourages you to have a thick skin. And it doesn't mean that I'm not tough because I'm kind. It doesn't mean that I can't handle criticism or critique because I'm kind. It just means that there are times where I really have problems processing how people can do certain things that they do because my mind, my heart doesn't work that way. And there was a little bit of time during this year in 2021 where I was really trying to find a way to be less like that. But there's nothing wrong with me being who I am. There's nothing wrong with me being kind. Wisdom, discernment, those things need to work hand in hand with your kindness, but it doesn't need to change it. Now, okay, I'm gonna talk to you nice, but you got to talk to me nice, all right? I don't ask for a lot. I'm out here in this world, stepping into 2022. I pay my bills on time. Okay, I take care of my credit to the best of my ability. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do without relying on other people. And I have taken a lot of hits recently. What I found was that resilience is my superpower. And I don't say that in a way to be braggadocious. I don't say that in a way to encourage anything else. I pray that 2022 brings upon a peace and a stillness in my life that I've been missing for the last couple of years. My prayer is that 2022 and beyond will be years that I don't have to recover from. But I thank God for discovering resilience. There are things that will really make you think that you're crazy. There are people who will really have you questioning humanity. But there are moments where you remember how good God is, how deeply He loves you, how thoughtful He is about His intentions towards you in your life, how thoughtful He is in the details surrounding you, surrounding your life, the details of who you made you to be. That resilience, you have no choice but to hold on to that, because on the other side is always something worthwhile, always something worthwhile. Resilience is a superpower and it's available to everyone. You can get through this, whatever your this is, whatever you're carrying into 2022, you can leave it here and move forward with your life. Leave it in this spot. Don't take it into next week. Don't take it into the week after that, or begin to take those bricks down one by one and let's work through it. Resilience is available to everyone. I want you to hear me clearly. Come in closer. Rest does not have to be earned. You do not have to explain your need for a vacation. You don't have to explain your need for not wanting to talk with anybody today. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. You do not have to earn any of the things that you need that mean that somebody else might not have access to you in the way that they usually have access to you in. You need to honor your capacity. Wherever you are, be honest with yourself about what you need, what you can do, what you need to let go of, what you need to hold off on. Do that. For the first time in my career, I took off 2 weeks from work and I was nervous. Like, am I going to have a job when I get back? Am I going to remember what I did for a living? Is that a me thing? Like so many of us, there were some hits. I needed to take just a second to breathe before I go into yet another year unfocused and ill prepared. I wanted to just anchor myself in the word. I wanted to anchor myself in my feelings. I wanted to cry. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to celebrate. I wanted to eat. I wanted to take naps. And all of that mattered to me because we're so busy running. We're so busy trying to be this, to show up as that. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But if you are, as they say, trying to pour from an empty cup, you will have nothing left for yourself. The people who really need something from you will come up short. So taking that time was necessary for me at the end of 2021. In 2022, I'm going in feeling refreshed, feeling ready, feeling grounded. Do that for yourself. Honor the capacity that you have right now and do something about it. Are you all in my grill? Y'all remember that song? No? Missy Elliott? Age is upon me. No, seriously though, if they're not paying bills, they shouldn't be asking questions. You do not have to share your side of the story. Listen, we go through things, we have experiences, life changes. We don't owe anybody anything. If we do decide to share, may it be coming from a place of wanting to achieve better understanding, deeper connection. May it come from a place of you being ready to talk about what's going on with you. There are so many people who are more interested in the tea and have no care for the testimony behind it. So one of the biggest lessons that I learned in this last year was that my side of the story was not necessary to share. When I decide to share it, I'll do it in my own time. What are they gonna do? They gonna meet you outside? Well, meet them there. You know what I'm saying? We can all chit and chat, okay? Talk about it. So I recently got my nails done and I'm feeling very, wow. 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 Does that sound like a cat? Wow. Wow. What is a cat? Like a mountain cat. Not like a meow, but like a jaguar or a tiger. I identify more with jaguars because they're black. Not that tigers, I don't know that tigers aren't black because you know what I'm saying? You could take off some of them. I mean, their stripes are black, but is that not the dominant color? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to put people in put animals in a box or classify by race or by skin tone. We definitely don't need any more of that. I was just trying to say I identify with the jaguar because they look really, smooth and dark and lovely. And I like that. Moving on. Number 6, participate in your current season. If this is your single season, indulge in that single season. Wake up when you want to. Take baths when you want to. Take on new projects at work. Enjoy opportunities to learn something new. Travel to places that you always wanted to go to. Don't wait on what's to come because we don't know what's to come. Get the lessons, get the tears, get the smiles, get the laughter, get the sorrow, get the contemplation, get the redemption, whatever it is that this season has for you, squeeze it until it's dry. This next lesson, I really hope that I can say it how I feel it, how I understand it. There were a few years ago, maybe like 3, 4 years, almost 4 years ago, I would say, I received a really strong word from God that we were standing under an open heaven. What that meant to me was that our requests, our concerns would be addressed in ways that we had never seen before, almost true to the unprecedented times that we live in. We also have been experiencing unprecedented times with God Himself. I know that I have. I know that these experiences have been different, have been deeper, have been more tangible, more unbelievable, more wonderful and magical. Heaven is never closed to us. God is never closed off to us. So please understand that I don't mean that we're about to have heaven be closed up or have that communication line be derailed in any way. I'm not saying that, but I do think that the time for us to get all that we can from that open heaven is upon us. There is a clock. There are very few things in this world that we have limits on. I understand that to be true. The only thing that we truly have a limit on is time. The time is up. Whatever it is that you said that you were going to do, whatever that word was that you got from God, whatever the purpose, the promise, the thing that keeps you up at night, the business, the book, whatever it is, this is the time to grab it with both hands and charge full speed ahead. God is speaking acceleration. God is speaking expansion, but God is also speaking limits. For the first time, there are no limits on God. We know that, but there is a limit on time. So if you are going to do it now. Your time is almost up. I hope that let me know if that makes sense, because that one's really important. All of them are, but I can feel that in my shanana. You know what I mean? While we're on the subject of God, my love, my truest love, deepest love, I want to say something that I learned about being in relationship with God in a way that I had never learned in any other year, in any other experience thus far. But in 2021, what I learned about being in a relationship with God is that a relationship with God requires sacrifice, and it does not guarantee ease. There's something that I am holding on to as a dream, understanding that it might not happen, or that it might not happen the way that I believe it will. But it is more important for me to continue to walk with God and to continue to follow what I'm understanding, what I'm hearing from God. I truly believe that understanding that being in covenant, being in relationship with God is going to take saying no to a few things that you really want, or saying goodbyes to some things or some people that you really wanted to keep around. A relationship with God is about sacrifice, but you get things like peace. You get hope, you get a future, you get a purpose, you get a plan, you get provision, you get providence. So it's not like you're out here losing, but there are things that you have to be willing to sacrifice and understand that you might not understand until much, much later on. Woo, this one here, okay? Baby, listen to me. Listen to Auntie Shan or your BFF Shan, whoever I am to you in your world, or just some girl on the internet. Revenge in real time looks like honor. Honoring yourself, honoring God and who He called you to be, honoring the life that you want to live, honoring the person that you are or the person that you strive to be. Revenge is not for you. That is for God. And sometimes we won't see it in this life. Sometimes it might not come up until Judgment Day. Sometimes it might come up years later where you're so far removed from it that it really doesn't even hit the bucket for you. Oh, maybe it might be a little low-key interesting to see, but revenge in the time and the moment of something happening to or against you or in spite of you really looks like honor. Honoring God, honoring yourself, honoring your life, honoring your values, honoring what's to come, because revenge is not for us. It is not for us to punish. There is something that at some point we'll need redemption for. Drum roll, please. We're reaching number 10. I need to work on my sound effects, because as talented as I know I am, as I know that you know that I am, I really should be able to do like a drum roll, like, psst, no, what? Psst. Brrr, boom, boom. That's like if someone tells a bad joke. 2021 taught me that one of the most powerful and important things that you could ever do for yourself and everyone around you, everything that you are connected to, is to master loving yourself. It's my ultimate goal, baby. This is deeper than some of the self-love things that we talk about. The girl loves baths. I love wine. I love macaroons. I love taking walks. I love skating. I love all of these fun things to do. But all of that is kind of the icing on top of the cake. I absolutely get to indulge in that. I get to buy some new clothes for myself. I get to treat myself to nice dinners. I get to treat myself to experiences and occasions, but I also get to do the work on unearthing childhood trauma. I also need to do the work on working through those weak areas. We spend so much time praising ourselves for some things and berating ourselves from the other. What if we learned that in loving ourselves, we also better love God? So if we can master loving ourselves, imagine how it will grow and influence our relationship with God, with other people. Imagine the grace that we could extend. God doesn't just live in the divinity of us. God also lives in our flaws. That is where he does his best work. So if we're able to master understanding those flaws, not always wanting to change every single thing about us, but rather work with it, work through it, then we can truly, truly, truly start showing love to people in a way that's far more authentic, far more helpful and useful into creating communities that we want to live and work in. This is actually pretty big for me. This is going to talk about some things later on. I keep saying later on, but I planned out a lot of things for this year for this YouTube channel, but I am going to continue to wave the banner for mastering the love of yourself, because we'll never be perfect at it. We'll always see the flaws. If we can learn to show ourselves the grace, imagine how we could learn to love other people. Hashtag goals. My goals. So that was 2021 in a nutshell. 2022, baby. I'm here. I'm ready. And I'm excited to see you. Looking forward to divine connection. Looking forward to acceleration and all of the good things God has there. And also really looking forward to the expansion of life. Thank you for listening to what I learned in 2021. Feel free to drop what you learned in 2021, and then maybe share it, and definitely do what? Hit that subscribe button. I will see you next Monday. Bye, y'all.